Hey, welcome to the fourth podcast here on Rewatch 50, and this is done in collaboration with Jasmine and Hui Ping, also from Asian Film History. Today we watched a film by Eric Koo called 12 Stories. Okay, so maybe we can start from an interesting place. We can start from the ending because the ending is a cliffhanger. It's a bit open to interpretation, and we know that the film in general is a very pessimistic film, but we're not really sure if the ending is that pessimistic or that it's a bit hopeful. So maybe, Jasmine, you can kind of explain what happens at the end.
Towards the end, I think Shanshan wanted to jump from the building, but the spirit came and hugged her, so I think she didn't jump.
Initially I thought she might jump, but then since the spirit came and hugged her, so it might be quite like a hopeful sign, right? As in, I was expecting her to jump at the end, but then like they showed like the spirit came to hug her. Although I don't know how she can sense the spirit, but I guess it's metaphorical.
But she kind of sensed it, right? Because at first she was closing her eyes, then suddenly they closed on her, then she opened her eyes.
Oh,
right?
I didn't realize that. I didn't notice that. Great observation, Jasmine.
Okay.
Oh, but towards the end, right, do you realize that they are all breaking down?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of, do you think it's hopeful in that sense? Or it's like everyone's breaking down, but it all wraps up to like the last scene where the Sansa was actually hugged by that spirit. So is that like a
But
way
that
to
was
show...
not the final scene, right? The final scene was Quan Yifeng, I think.
Yeah. The China woman's.
Memory lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the final scene was her, as in, I don't know whether she gave up like trying to leave or she decided that like she still wants to leave. As in the final scene.
That
so
is
what do you all
also
think?
open to interpretation.
Yeah, so what do you all think?
I think I'm not even sure whether that guy is still alive. He may be gone, or she may have come here to earn money for them. So it could be hopeful if there's still this guy waiting for her back home. But if she's coming here just because he's gone and she has no more love and she just wants to go after money, then, well, she's stuck here.
So we are assuming now that he's dead. There's no one waiting.
Yeah. But
I
I
don't
think
know whether she's crying because she knows that she's kind of stuck here. Like, there's no other choice because she has made this choice to come here, and then she realizes that there's no way she can get back with lots of money. It's a very hopeless kind of cry, right?
I think she kind of like resigned to her fate.
Yeah.
That like she needs to stay beside Jack Neo for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing that they all broke down in the end. I find it kind of hopeful. Because especially in that older brother's case,
Yeah.
I think he's very repressed.
But he's my favourite character throughout the whole movie.
Why?
Oh.
Because
He goes through a
he's
lot.
very interesting.
He's a bit incestuous.
Yeah. As in,
Yeah.
lah.
Yes.
And he's very funny. The way he talks to Annie.
Funny.
Do you all remember the conversation?
Which one?
Yeah.
The one he talks to Annie, asking him how many O-level passes does
Oh,
he have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then-
Being very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Overprotective, rather.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not hopeful because he goes a bit mad. It was kind of unhealthy how he has to keep everything repressed.
Yeah, and it's kind of ironic because he keeps thinking that his sister will get arrested by the police.
I want to say
yeah.
that.
Yeah, then
Ironic.
yeah.
It's a very dramatic irony.
I'm not sure if you guys saw it as a critique of the ideal Singaporean type.
You mean the brother?
Yeah.
But I thought this whole movie is kind of like a social commentary, like HDB living Singaporeans. It's like a sketch on all different lives of a HDB living Singaporean.
Okay, I don't know if you guys notice how every time the brother comes out, he's always watching TV, and there are certain different clips. Do you think that there's significance to these TV clips?
Yeah, it kind of adds to the atmosphere, right? Like, there was one scene where on the TV it was actually like there are laughing scenes, right? But he was like really angry with something. But it's as if like the audience is laughing at what is happening at the moment. It's like TV, it kind of creates this atmosphere, this like commentary by some outsiders kind of thing. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Then like certain clips, happy family thing during that Jack Neo. Yeah, like he wants a baby because he watched like I guess it also kind of shows the power of media in our society.
I thought the TV kind of like shows the emotion in the character.
Since we are in the line of kind of stylistic features within the film, I don't know about you, but I felt every time the brother came out, it was very oppressive. The way it's kind of shot.
Close up.
It's very close up, and I don't feel that way with the other stories.
But then, I think the guy who committed suicide also had quite a lot of close-up scenes of him.
Maybe it's kind of like a metaphor of how they are all so
Oppressed in this
society. Also the part where, when San is doing her housework, and then you get the sound of her mother scolding her, and then after that,
right in our face.
Yeah,
Scolding us.
she's right, facing right at the camera. Yeah.
Oh, one thing is, I didn't expect the mother to be dead.
I kind of expected something wrong with it. Like, I know that the mother is not really there because it didn't really show two of them together.
Yeah.
Even though she's sitting there, but when it cuts back to like San, right, she's kind of not really in sync.
Do you feel like she was scolding you when they cut to the parts where?
I think Hui Ping felt that way.
I guess that's how they want you to like how to say it? Like they want to make you feel this way, so you can relate to how San's feeling. Even though she's doing like very mundane things, like at first they show like she's cleaning up and all, but then the mother's like, I never clean up, you never do this, you never do that, but she is doing all these things. So the mother is actually very judgmental, very biased.
Yeah. Okay, we never really talk about Jack Neo, right?
Jack Neo's story.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Jack Neo's story.
Then after we move on to the suicide guy.
Okay, Jack Neo. It's a typical
Do you
life.
think he really,
Likes her? Loves her? No, I think he just wants a wife. You remember that part where he sort of like showed off his wife to his friends? I guess he's very insecure about his looks.
And I think also very lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 45 and he just got a wife.
It's a very typical story about how China women try to come to Singapore and like make a living, right? And how Singaporeans, as in, because like Singaporean girls they have too
high expectations.
Standards are too high, so they, like this man had to go to China to get a bride for themselves. Especially for men like Jack Neo. I mean, it's not Jack Neo, but I don't know his name. Aku, yeah.
Then the wife is called Lily.
Yeah.
Oh, Lily.
But I find the wife very irritating.
And she has an affair. So what is happening?
I don't know.
Like
Also lonely.
also lonely.
I love how she justifies herself every time. She's great.
The part about I love all the social commentaries on like the lift, like people peeing at the lifts and all that kind of stuff. Then they got a little bit of a sketch on nationality,